Hello, everybody, and welcome to CCCLXVI, the podcast where we talk about the last movies we watched from the last week. So, what we're going to talk about? Oh, yeah, we got T-shirts now.
Oh, yeah, baby.
We're official.
It says CCCLXVI, yeah. And so, they're really good fabric. And so, yeah.
They're actually, really high-quality T-shirt. They're a really high-quality T-shirt. It was recently, not my birthday. My birthday is not quite here yet.
But you graduation.
But, yeah, I just graduated. My birthday is in a couple weeks, and I'm going to be on vacation, so they just decided to, group them together, and everybody gave me my presents and stuff, and I got this cool T-shirt with the CCCLXVI thing on it
and
for my birthday.
Benji
got one, too.
Yeah.
Benji got one, too. And, so I think, I'm not quite sure, we're going to be trying to get to one where you can buy if you want one. I don't know.
It's going to cost money,
Nobody's probably going to buy it.
If we don't make it cost money, how are we gonna profit?
We aren't gonna just give away free T-shirts. That's a stupid idea. Okay, but yeah, we got a T-shirt now. I just thought that was sort of cool, We got T-shirts. We're official now. I mean, I think that's the qualification for, well, does your podcast have a T-shirt? And we're like, yes, it does. And they're like, oh, you guys are official now. Right?
Yep, that makes us professionals.
Yeah, I guess that makes us professionals. I think that's what the name of the podcast is probably going to be. We talked about this earlier. I don't remember. It depends on whether or not something funny happens.
Yeah, like my room falls on it. Stuff. I'm not going to be pressing any buttons. Actually, I was just going to make a joke by pressing one, but I'm not going to take that risk. Actually, I'll just cut my ass off this. Okay, that should mess up.
Okay, so let's talk about the movies now.
Never mind.
So
Sorry,
the first...
it did. I'm kidding, it didn't. That's not going to trick the listeners at all. Oh, there you go.
Can we watch... Oh, not watch, but let's talk about Memento, and that was the first movie we watched this week. This is our 100th movie we have reviewed, so yeah, that's pretty cool, right? I like that, that's nice. 100...
Yeah.
We got it. And it's Memento, Christopher Nolan's Memento, which is a great film. We've talked about Christopher Nolan's movies before. I don't think it would surprise you if we said that we liked his films.
Yeah.
We watched Following, and that was great. We watched all of his other films pretty much, except for... I don't think we watched The Dark Knight Rises... And we haven't seen Insomnia. And those are the two films that I think we haven't reviewed on the podcast. There might have been more, but I think those are the two films that we haven't reviewed on the podcast. Are there more? I don't remember.
So, before we do that, let's go, so I'm going to talk about, so I have this, Snap thing or whatever, I think that's what it's called, and it's just like a Polaroid or whatever.
A Polaroid? It is a Polaroid, that's what you have.
Yeah, but it's, and then I have, I have a picture of Ethan, who is, him. And on the back, I put "Don't Believe His Lies."
Yeah, he's been running around taking our pictures and pretending to be Leonard.
And then I have
from this movie.
And then I have Max and Birdie, and I pretty much put the same thing. I put "She is your sister, be nice to her." And I put "He is your brother, be nice to him."
And then me as "Don't believe his lies."
Don't believe his lies. Yeah, no, you don't need to remember he's your brother.
Okay, yeah. So let's talk about it. So this is a good film. We both easily agree that this is a great film. Christopher Nolan's a great director, and this is a really nice concept and idea that he played with in this film. And the way that it's delivered, it's the way that the storyline is shaped, which lots of people found hard to visualize and hard to think about. I didn't at all. Did you find it very hard to think about what was going on and stuff?
What, you mean like how it was going in backwards order and stuff, and how... Or
the color sections were going backwards and the black and white was going forwards?
I didn't care. I was just gonna piece it all together.
Yeah, you didn't. You didn't find it very hard.
Yeah, I didn't really
understand.
Care doing it, but then at the end,
lots of people say that it's hard to understand. Not really. I mean, the opening scene where it's all playing backwards. I had heard that the color parts go in backwards order, so I was like, "Oh, that's interesting." So I was thinking that it was like how it actually is, and then I watched that opening scene and I realized that it's playing backwards. I'm like, "Whoa, is this film actually going to be backwards?" It wasn't, but I thought that was sort of funny. What else was I going to say? The performances in this movie are great, but I think the real highlight of this film is the story. I mean, the action, there's not really that much action. I mean, there's like some gunfighting and shooting and punching and stuff, but it's not really that good. But the main part is the story, and the interesting sort of concept that it plays with is that this man has no memory. If you haven't seen Memento, this man has no short-term memory, so he can only remember things by writing them down and stuff, and he's trying to look for the person who murders his wife. And it takes place in a non-linear fashion. The color parts, as you can probably deduce, went backwards, and the black and white parts go forwards, and they're sort of interspersed throughout the film. And at the end of the film, which is actually in the middle of the timeline, they cross over into each other. And I think it's very interesting how they're able to take this How they're able to begin at the end of the film and have it end in the middle and still have like a twist ending. You know, that's
Yeah.
really cool. And lots of people are like focusing on whether or not Teddy lied, whether or not he's lying or Leonard's lying or what's going on. But I mean, the thing is that it's just the ending. It doesn't matter who's lying or not. It's that Leonard set up Teddy. It's that Teddy's innocent, and yet he killed him anyways, which basically shows that we can't believe Leonard, and we can't believe Teddy. We can't believe anybody anymore.
Okay, so can I say something?
Sure, yes.
At the end of it, he says that he's probably not the one who killed my wife. He says, but he could be my bad guy.
John G.
He could be my John G. But, like, he kind of says to himself, like, he knows this is not the person who killed his wife. But,
yeah, he knows, but he's going to do it anyways.
But he can make his memory think he is.
Yes, because he can't just kill Teddy, you know. He can't because he's not a murderer. But that's what makes him so good at killing people. It's because he's not a murderer. That's what Teddy says anyways. And so yeah, this movie was great. We both really enjoyed it. 10 out of 10 for me. I'm pretty sure you'd give it a 10 out of 10, right, Benji?
Yeah, but I still want to talk some more. So do you think that Leonard is Sammy Jenkins? I mean, what's his... did I say it
Sammy
right?
Jenkins? I don't know if he's Sammy Jenkins. I mean, there's like a scene in the film where a doctor passes over Sammy Jenkins and his face quickly changes to Leonard for like a couple of frames. And I found that actually before the ending of the film. You know, I pointed that out to you. Remember, Benji? And I was like, whoa,
and I totally thought... And then I said, oh, I bet he's Sammy Jenkins or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Because
I'm not quite sure what's going on. And it's just such a hard film, and I like to look at facts, and there's not enough facts to derive who's telling the truth
except
and
for
who's lying.
There's like 7 of them on the farm.
Yeah, but we don't know if those are true or not. The only things that we know are true are the things that we are shown in the film that are not memories. And we're shown very little in the film, actually. So it's a very interesting film. And once again, like with The Usual Suspects, you can take what you want from this film and you can make it your own, which I really like in a film. So, yeah, I think we've talked for 8 minutes about Memento now.
No. I just got one.
You want to talk more? Okay, one more thing from both of us.
Okay. Oh, yeah, it's 8 minutes. Good job, Archie. So, yeah, Ethan. So, it's like everybody's setting him up. Natalie's setting him up. She made him kill that guy.
Not kill him, but get him up.
They're not kill him,
like, get him out of town.
Yeah. And then Teddy, I felt, was kind of like setting him up.
Yeah, using him to kill people and get money.
Yeah, using him, but it's
weird because, like, yeah, everybody is trying to set this guy up. Even Bert, the guy who's at the frickin' hotel, is setting him up to make him pay for 2 rooms. Like, even himself is setting him up to kill Teddy, even though he's not the guy. You know, it's really interesting.
Yeah,
but I think it's more of a tragedy and how, like, this man is being set up constantly because of a mental condition.
So if anybody's doing it the least... You know, setting up the least, it's Bert. Whatever his name, Bert. Whatever.
Yeah, Bert, because all he's doing is charging too much for 2 rooms.
Yeah, he's not making it
which is, yeah.
Unlike somebody I know. Not gonna say any names.
Not making him kill people. There's actually, like, 3 people that try to make him kill somebody else. So Bert is by far the least. Okay, but we both gave it 10 out of 10. We both really recommend this film. It does have some language and it's bloody and stuff. It's an R-rated film.
Not that much blood.
But other than that, it's fine. Not that much blood, yeah. So the next film we watched was The Graduate, directed by Mike Nichols, starring Dustin Hoffman and Anne Bancroft and
some other
some
other famous people.
Catherine Ross, I think is her name.
She's the girl.
Anyways,
who's the girl in Butch
Catherine. I think it's the Catherine. I don't actually remember her name. I think it's Catherine Ross. I'm not 100% sure on that. I'm gonna look it up right now because I don't know. So you talk about The Graduate while I'm looking this up, okay, Benji?
No, The Graduate's a good movie. Now, I'm just gonna kind of say hi. So, it's about...
Yeah, it's Catherine Ross.
About 10 minutes and 12 seconds in.
Yeah, so what about this film? Is that Dustin Hoffman's performance is great. Everyone's performance in this film is really, really good. And the writing is good, and the cinematography is good. I mean, there's actually, like, very little cutting throughout the first part of the film. I stopped paying attention, but, like, almost every single shot for, like, the first, like, 10 minutes is 2 minutes each. you know? I mean, there's like the moving hallway thing, you know, and then there's like the thing. It's great. You know, the cinematography is great. The story is very interesting. I don't know. I just love this film, and I don't quite know why. Do you know what I mean, Benji?
Yeah.
Because you really liked it too.
Yeah, I'm rating it a 10 out of 10, and I think he is too.
I'm also rating it a 10 out of 10. I love this film. I just don't know why. It's just such an interesting film that we both really enjoy. So we both recommend you watch it. There is some sex stuff in it, but I mean there isn't actually that much bad stuff in it. It's just sort of the subject matter of the film. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, you watch the film, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's great. I mean, everyone's performance in this film is great. The use of Simon and Garfunkel music in this film is fantastic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, their use of music is really good. What else? It's just a really good film. I definitely recommend it. There's like a scene, there's like a montage sort of type scene of his summer, like in the middle of the movie, and that was amazing. That's probably in my top 10 favorite scenes of all time. I mean, just like, it's a really good film, you know? I really like it.
It's the first scene, the standoff scene, and
The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Yeah,
I think The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly is my number one on almost every single movie related thing.
Music is probably
except for like, my favorite film composer is Ennio Morricone. My favorite director isn't Sergio Leone, and my favorite actor isn't Clint Eastwood. But I mean, other than that, it's pretty much number one on everything else.
I forgot.
And Sergio Leone is my number 2 favorite director of all time, after Stanley Kubrick. I think Clint Eastwood might be up there with my favorite actors of all time, though. He's also a really good director, Clint Eastwood. Sort of like Mel Gibson. I really like Mel Gibson as an actor, and I also really like him as a director. So, yeah. What else? So, yeah, we both gave The Graduate 10 out of 10. Really good movies this week. And then number 3 is The Grand Budapest Hotel. I'm giving this a 10. I'm not... What are you giving it, Benji? Just to get it out there.
A 9.5. I mean, it's...
Not quite 10?
Not quite 10 to me.
Yeah. What makes it not quite a 10 to you?
I don't know. It's just, It's kind of a sad ending. But it's more of an ending. Because it ends, it turns out... I'm not going to say it. It turns out that at Zero, his wife and his son die, and then the guy who owned the hotel gets shot.
Gustav.
Yeah.
Gustav.
But for some reason, it's kind of not like the same as like them all dying. Because for some reason, it's kind of like
it's not a sad ending.
Gonna die or whatever. Yeah, it was just I don't know how, but it was just not a sad ending. But it wasn't a happy ending.
Yeah, the film's very funny, though, right? Didn't you find it funny? I mean, Ray Fiennes is fantastic. He's in this film, and he's a fantastic comedic actor. I mean, so is Bill Murray, who's also in this film. Probably more known for his comedic talent than Ray Fiennes. But both are really good. I mean, there's the scene that really stood out to me is the scene where they're, like, skiing or whatever, and then he's hanging off the edge, and Willem Dafoe's standing on top of him, and he's stomping on the ground, and he's, like, saying the poem, and then all of a sudden, Zero or whatever pushes him off, and, like, the way that he delivers his reaction to that is just great. I'd say it, but it does have a couple swear words in it.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, is a sort of a thing. This film is rated R, probably because of the swear words in it. Swear words, curse words, F words.
Just the swear words, though.
There's a couple other bad things, but yeah, it's not that bad. I definitely recommend this film, though. It was really good. I really like Wes Anderson's sort of style of movie. Do you know what I mean? I mean, could you see like a sort of style that he had here and with Fantastic Mr. Fox?
Yeah.
How his films just have these sort of style. And if you don't like that style, then I wouldn't recommend The Grand Budapest Hotel to you. But if you like his other movies, then I would definitely recommend this film to you. And also, if you don't like his... I just recommend this film to you, but if you absolutely hate his art style, then maybe you shouldn't watch this. But I recommend watching it anyways, because I've heard other people who dislike his sort of style and stuff, yet still have really enjoyed this film. So yeah, I enjoyed this film, you enjoyed this film. Basically, all three of these films, we've really enjoyed. Not in my top 10, maybe. I don't know. Memento's really good, and so is The Graduate. I don't think The Grand Budapest Hotel is going to be in my top 10.
What do you bet that one of the movies in your top 10 you didn't rate a 10 out of 10?
What?
Is there a movie in your top 10 that you didn't rate a 10 out of 10? I mean, there can't be, because you've rated like 3 movies 10 out of 10.
Maybe. I don't think I've given ratings for all my films in my top 10 on this podcast yet, but I think so. I don't actually know what I would... I mean, now I'd give them 10 out of 10, but I'm not quite sure if you look back if I've given them all 10 out of 10s. I don't know, I'd have to listen through all my podcasts and stuff, which would be way too much effort.
What if one of the
for me to do this?
Want to do it? Go ahead.
Then, Fine by Me, yeah.
No, but they don't know your top 10, do they?
They don't. I think I've read it before.
You should do it.
Anyways, we'll go through all. We'll do that at the beginning of the next episode, okay? But I'm too tired right now, which we'll get to whenever we're talking about The Kid. But right now we need to talk about Stand By Me, which is a great film directed by Rob Reiner, I think. Yeah, him. And it has like a... So one of the things I loved about this movie is the kid acting, and the child acting in this movie was great, right? Because they're kids playing kids, acting like kids, like the way kids should, not in the jungle. The Jungle Book, awful movie, bad. Oh, it's so bad.
This is the wolf.
Yeah, and I mean...
Oh, is this a song? This is the wolf. I'm sorry, yeah. You could go on.
Yeah, but you basically perfectly summed up my problem, is that in the Jungle Book, his acting, I mean, he does also, I mean, I don't think the writing of that movie was particularly good. And the writing in Stand By Me was pretty good. I mean, it was nominated for Best Writing, I think. It's also based on the short story by Stephen King, who I really like, of course. I mean, all the movies that I've seen of his, but not all of them. Shining miniseries have been really good. And I haven't seen some of his bad ones yet. And there have been bad Stephen King movies, of course. But I really enjoyed it. What was I going to say? Something about something. I don't know. It's good, though. I liked it. Stephen King's a great writer. And I was ranting and I totally forgot what I was talking about. So yeah, Stand By Me. It's a great film. Didn't you like it, Benji?
Yeah. What are we giving it out of 10? I mean, yeah.
I'm giving it a 10 out of 10. I don't know. I'm tired and I really don't want to think too hard about what I'm rating these films.
10 out of 10.
I mean, everybody loves Stand By Me, though. It's like a great film about childhood and friends and...
How he dies
it's just
at
great,
the end
you know,
and he
it's...
gets stabbed by the bad guys. Yeah, but I'm not...
Yeah,
we haven't said it at all.
That's sort of a sad, anticlimactic, sudden ending.
Should I say anything
but,
just to back my...
What?
Spoiler alert. We spoiled it so much without saying it.
Yeah, we've already said it, though, so it's what's done has been done. So yeah, Stand By Me was great. We both really enjoyed it. It was great. I mean, it was great, you know. I mean, the kid performances, and as I said in it, were great. The writing was pretty good. There's not too much that goes on in it, but I think that's good because this film isn't particularly long. I mean, a film can get away with not having too much if it's not very long. One of my complaints with this is For a Few Dollars More, which is a pretty long movie, yet not too much happens in it. However, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly is longer, but a lot more happens in it than in the For a Few Dollars More. Do you get what I'm saying, Benji?
Yes.
I mean, that was also sort of one of my complaints with Unforgiven, is not too much happens. I just felt like it wasn't too much stuff in Unforgiven, you know, and it was a relatively long movie. Not too much happens in Stand By Me, but it's also an hour less than For a Few Dollars More. You know?
Yeah.
So, yeah. What would you give Stand By Me? I gave it a 10. What would you give it?
A 10. 19
okay, and The Kid. So, just saying this right now is, while watching this, was really tired, and I was falling asleep in and out.
Yeah, I did not fall asleep.
Yeah, he did not fall asleep. So, yeah.
But
so, from what I saw, it was a good film. I mean, Charlie Chaplin was great and everything, and this is a pretty good film. We're gonna give the rest of our opinions, though, on next week's episode, because we're really tired, and it's really late. And we were watching this, and, I was watching this, and there was no way I was gonna be able to watch this and keep my eyes open, because I just was really tired. And I know I could probably watch it now that I've been recording the podcast for the last 20 minutes or whatever, but I really don't want to, because we just started recording the podcast and everything. So you'll hear our opinions on that film, because we're going to sort of rewatch it and get the stuff that we missed, or what I missed. He watched it. He didn't fall asleep.
So I just gotta say
so we'll
something.
talk about that next week.
I just gotta say something before we end the podcast. So,
what?
Just so we can have it all 10 out of 10 week, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna give Grand Budapest Hotel a 10 out of 10, just so all of them can be a 10 out of 10. I mean,
okay, all the films this week were 10s out of 10. From what I saw of The Kid, it was really good. It's just I was really tired. It's been like a really long day for me.
Yeah, so
we just had dinner, and I had like a sopapilla, which is really good. It makes you want to fall asleep whenever you've had one. Do you know what I'm saying, Benji? So, yeah.
One.
So, I'm just... Okay, so this has been CCCLXVI. What quote should we say? We gotta do the one from The Graduate, right? Elaine! With the cross-like arms hitting and stuff.
Elaine! Elaine!
Please stop, it's hurting me.
Elaine. Yeah.
Please stop.
My knuckles hurt.
Okay, goodbye. Goodbye. I've been Ethan. I think he's been Benji. He might have been a demon for the last couple minutes.
Elaine.
Goodbye.